in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us under the library, where we play Call of Cthulhu and post it for your entertainment. If you haven't listened to last week's episode, you might want to skip ahead or just go back and listen to it. There may be some spoilers in the next minute or two. But to sort of wrap up and give some context as to where we are after last week's episode, last week was the conclusion of what we're considering Season 1. That was the Bloodstone module of the larger Under the Library universe. Michael
We
needs...
call that the pinnacle of Rick's poor decision-making, right?
Yes. It was a large conversation before we recorded.
In game.
So,
In-game.
just in game. Not in real life. Real
His
life.
poor decisions in life, yeah.
Top choices in life. So we're going to take a few weeks to play at least this one module. If we happen to, for some weird reason, finish this before Michael gets a chance to finish writing the next portion in that larger universe, we might do another one. But in the next few weeks, we will be back to that universe, just at a different point in the timeline. That will then become Season 2 of the larger Under the Library universe. So with that, we will be playing a module this week, and at least for the next week, 2, probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6, because we're slow. So with that, Michael, I will pass it over to you to get going with this module.
All right, so before I start with the disclaimer, for the next few weeks, we will be using Stygian Fox's New Tales of the Miskatonic Valley, 2nd edition. They did a Kickstarter for this back in 2020, and it's still available on Drive-Thru RPG as a downloadable PDF. I think there's about 7 standalone scenarios in there. They're pretty wonderful, and for the next few weeks, we will be playing A Mother's Love. And with that, I'll now give our disclaimer, which is that who knows what's going to happen, but we tend to involve things like cannibalism if you're new to us, and bodily horror. There's probably swearing, plenty of inappropriate humor, and there's one especially immature cast member playing with mature themes as he sips on scotch. So this could go downhill fast tonight.
It's a little disturbing that cannibalism has become our MO. Not sure how I feel about that.
Maybe we'll leave that in Season 1.
I'd be okay with
It
that.
could happen.
I'd be okay with that.
Roll the dice on that one.
Normally we'd turn it over to Emily here for last week's recap, but we're going to save that until we get back into the timeline that involves Bloodstone and our larger sandbox. And so without further ado, we're going to meet our
We're doing so well.
I thought you were going to make it the entire time.
Well, we're going to meet our investigators who are on the scene on Market Street in Ipswich, where the bank has been robbed by the notorious Frog Gang.
Frog like Ribbit Frog?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Like Ribbit Frog.
Okay.
I didn't screw that one up.
So I just wanted... We talked before the show we were going to start in Boston. Are we not starting Boston, or are we starting right in Innsmouth?
No, not in Innsmouth. We're starting in Ipswich.
Ipswich.
But if you wanted to do a little role playing back in Boston before you get dispatched to Ipswich, that's good by me.
No, I think it would make sense for all of us to join up where we would naturally join up.
Yeah, it says this is where the investigation will likely begin after the 2-hour drive from Boston. So you just drove 2 hours. Special Agent Jack Malone. All right, I want you to get down to Ipswich and find out what the hell happened at this bank. We need to get a hold of this Frog Gang.
Oh boy.
Was that
It's
to
my
me?
first trip on location.
Oh no.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. We will be on the road shortly.
Thank you, Special Agent Merrick. Get your ass down there and get me some information. I want these guys in prison ASAP.
Rookie, let's get a move on.
We will do our best, sir.
We've got miles to chew.
You're lucky we're short on staff, Special Agent Chambers.
I am so lucky and very excited. You can count on me.
Can I?
Yes, yes, you can.
That's
All
far
right.
too much talk. Let's hit the road.
Okay.
We
Or
have
you
a
say
long
something
drive to
you're gonna
talk.
regret.
No, we do not.
All right. So you're the special agent in charge, Merrick. Well, I guess Malone is the special agent in charge. You'll be the special agent on dispatch. I did read up that in the late 20s, you would have a one-way communication radio in the car. They were first
Ooh.
installed in 1928, and that's when dispatch started to combat prohibition. So the station would be able to communicate with you while you're in your car, but you would not be able to communicate back.
Cool. I like it.
All right, you have some tag-alongs. Who are your tag-alongs in this 2-hour ride?
We have
Or is some
tag-alongs
of
with
y'all
us?
gonna-
I
don't
figured
know.
it was just us in our car.
I have no idea who these other 3 people are on the
No,
screen.
I don't think they have anything to do with us.
No, I'm going to be with you. So my character Steve Blue has permission from the agency to tag along, and as a reporter, you guys give me exclusives, and I help you guys out when I can.
From the
It's 'cause-
BOI?
Yeah, it's because he sends me nice bottles of scotch once a month. So I've always got something in the cupboard from old Steve Blue.
I'm here. I don't get in your way. I let you guys do what you're gonna do, and I just take notes. And if you're doing something maybe to get some leads or whatever, I just look the other way, and I maybe drop my camera. So, you guys don't have to worry about me coming along.
Don't worry, Special Agent Merrick. Steve Blue, he'll make you look like a hero. Chambers,
I
that's
don't-
a tall order even for Blue.
I don't need to look like a hero. I just need to get the job done. I think this is a terrible idea. But let's go.
Yeah. Let me just take some notes. He is stiff like a board. Got my notes going here, mister.
Stiff like a board.
We're still not on the road. Merrick walks out.
All right,
All
come
right.
on,
Well, Mr.
Blue.
Blue, it's very
Get in the
nice to
car.
meet you.
Nice to meet you, Special Agent Chambers. We're gonna be good pals.
How is
And then
blue
I-
spelled?
I'm getting in the just BLUE. And as I'm getting in the car, my dog Clue comes in with me. Clue goes everywhere I go.
Blues Clues. Oh.
Clue goes everywhere I go. He's a good mutt.
Oh,
He
hi,
sniffs out. He
buddy.
sniffs out crime. He'll help us in so many different. He'll even fetch you the paper or coffee, but he might drink the coffee.
Is that a canine in a federal vehicle?
Oh, is that not
No,
allowed?
He's my assistant.
This is a terrible idea. I think I have my catchphrase.
Great.
You might be using it a lot.
I think I will.
I think maybe Rick should print it out and tape it to his computer.
Oh no!
That was like too easy. That was just sitting on the tee.
It really
All
is.
right.
That was great.
All right, so we're on the road from Boston to Ipswich.
Okay. You arrive at the Ipswich Bank, which has been robbed earlier in the day, and the bank is reopened, but it's slow. Certainly, Ipswich is not a big town, and word spread quickly, so it's been slow there today.
And there's a local policeman there named Lanny O'Paddy.
Is that you?
Yeah, he shows up at all the things like that, and he's right there, right on time to make sure things stay in place where they're supposed to be. And if any of the money falls on the floor, it goes in his pocket. You see, so he has his own way of moving through the law. You see, so he's the local one. He's a big boy, big Irish boy. He loves to crack your head open with a stick he carries.
So
should
could
we
you
issue
throw
a blanket apology to everyone in Ireland right now, or wait till the end of the episode?
Yeah.
All the 0 people in Ireland watching.
All right. We already offended Scotland, so we might as well go for Ireland now. Wayne, could you throw the spelling of your character name into the chat, please?
Yeah, I'll do it for you while he's talking.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. So Merrick is going to just pull the car up, get out, close the door, and head right in, asking for, all right, who's in charge here?
That would be me, Lanny O'Paddy. What
Not
do you think
anymore.
you're doing? What?
Merrick. Special Agent Mason Merrick. BOI.
Oh,
I'm
Special
in charge
Agent
of this
Merrick,
scene
wait,
now.
wait for me.
What's going on?
Wait, it looks like you have someone running behind you. Who's that?
Yeah, she'll be here. What's the skinny?
It looks like the bank was robbed here by a bunch of no-goods. This frog gangs, a bunch of frogs I see. I don't know who they are, but they dropped a few things around. I picked them up. You know how that works.
You
And,
picked them up?
well, hold on one second. Would you like a dram? A little bit of a little
dear.
drink.
Is that all you've got?
All right, when I'm walking up and I see that, I'm gonna reach out, be like, "Yeah, I'll take a hit of that if you don't mind, Lanny.
Ah, here, you don't look
You
like
seem like a good kind of fella. You might make it into my story here."
You don't look like an officer, mister. What's your name there?
And Clue's coming up right next to me. I say, "My name's Steve Blue. I'm a reporter. I'm here to tell the story."
A dog in a bank. Nothing better than that. If they had a dog in the bank, it wouldn't have been robbed in the first place.
Yeah, you're a smart man, Lanny O'Paddy. You're definitely getting in my story better than this Merrick fella.
Oh, a little bit of publicity. Don't tell him anything I don't want him to know, though.
So
you know what I mean.
Merrick's walking around interviewing people who are at the bank. And Chambers, do some interviews.
Yes, sir.
All right, as you're walking around, there's already a worker on top of a ladder plastering over the ceiling.
This crime scene integrity is amazing.
Yeah. That there. I'm gonna go up to Merrick and be like, "Now that there, even I know it's probably not a good thing."
So
You're growing on me, Blue.
And right on the paper, I'm writing "cover up."
And I say,
Nice.
Don't worry about that. You can't have your banks with holes in the ceiling. They have to fix it right away, you see. Oh, they'll figure this out. You don't need any evidence or nothing.
So, Mr. O'Paddy, why is there a hole in the ceiling?
Well, I don't know. I came here and there was a hole in the ceiling, and people said, I have a hunch the frog gang came in that way, but I'm not sure. You tell me, Keeper.
I'm sending you a note.
All right.
What's above that hole? And I'm talking to the guy on the ladder. And how big is the hole that they're patching?
Well, that's a personal question you're asking that poor lad. I saw them skate down the street in a Dodge, you see. They were driving a Dodge. I don't know if Dodges were around then, but it was a Dodge. And I shot one of them because, well, there was a splatter of blood I could see when I fired it, so I hit him. I don't always hit him, but I give it a good try.
You open fire on a crowded street?
Of course, why not?
That's a terrible idea.
I'm sure. I didn't just open fire, my friend, mister. What is your last name, anyway?
It's Merrick. Special Agent Mason Merrick.
Mr.
BOI.
Merrick, and I hold out my gun, which is empty. I gotta refill it. I fired the whole fecking thing right down the street. I'm pretty sure I hit 1 out of 6 of them. Oh, and then, but the little shite started firing back with a machine gun, so I dove into the bank.
There's a fucking shootout on the street.
It takes more than a Thompson to take down Lanny O'Paddy. They could have been hit me in the chest, but hold on. With the elixir, they could have shot me right through the head, and I would have kept going right at them.
Is that a bullet hole there in your
Well,
coat?
that's called momentum. You see, that's what happens to dead bodies when they're flying through the air. There, Patty.
I said, what did you say, Mr. Merrick? I have a bullet hole in me somewhere.
Isn't that a bullet hole there in your coat?
Look at my jacket. Another one. Makes the 4th this year. I'll amend it at home again. The wife, she does my socks and my jackets.
All right, tell me about this frog gang. What do you know about them?
I don't know anything about it. This frog gang, I heard people talk.
You're
Keeper,
the
going,
keeper's typing.
Keeper, what do I know?
You know that that they're called that because he had the look, and they call it the Innsmouth look. Am I saying it
I'll
right?
tell you, they had the look of Innsmouth around here, and you know the look. They look a bit like frogs from the, well, you know the family trees don't have any branches in Innsmouth, and so things get a little odd back there. And you know, with this,
Is that some kind of a racist French joke?
I said, let's not bring the French into this yet. These people are just weird ass looking people from Innsmouth.
Right, they
And,
have very wide smiles and slightly bulging eyes, and it's a look.
Are they all Frenchmen?
I don't know where they
Or are they
frickin'
all
come
family
from.
members?
They come from Innsmouth. I believe they are all related. If you look at them, they look the same. And you know, if you look at one tree, you know what kind of tree it is. It's the same with these buggers. You look at them, you know what they are.
Are you
They're
saying they're
frogs.
incestuous?
Well, they ain't exploring.
I'm taking all sorts of notes. I'm like, incestuous frog.
French.
I don't know what it means, but it sounds really interesting.
Chambers, I'm gonna throw you something here. Give me an intelligence roll.
Oh.
First
This
roll of the
isn't gonna go
campaign.
Yeah, this isn't good.
Uh-huh.
99.
Yep.
Her brain explodes.
95.
Holy crap. Wow.
Come on.
Woo.
The layover from
We are-
last
I was
week.
just going to say, we are continuing from last week.
Carry on.
They threw a live grenade in and it didn't go off. Okay. All right. Well, that won't help much, but
Just doing the best I can.
yeah.
He's in training.
Holy gee willikers, I'm trying my hardest.
Merrick, I think you say something really snide to Chambers as they have this kind of just dumbfounded look on their face and they're just staring agape at the crime scene.
Or are you trying to get, am I supposed to say something, Snide?
Yeah, I think
I
that
think he's
95.
talking to
Oh, okay.
you.
Yeah.
Wake up there, agent. Get moving. Interviewing is where you talk to people and get information. Go to it.
Oh, well, should I check the roof?
Well,
You
we
could
should
check
find
the-
out what's above that hole.
There's a roof above the second hole. If you go up to the roof, you'll find nothing up there but more roof. You could look up there, but the gang's long gone. I shot at them, and I shot at them. They ain't up there. You can look around. They came through a hole. They might have left a few tools up there or something, but who cares about that? We'll get these guys and split their heads open with our sticks.
So did they? I'm just for my story here. It's something to understand. Did they come through the hole, like they broke in the middle of the night and they dug a hole in the roof? Did they blow a hole in the roof with like dynamite? How did they even get a hole in that roof?
Well, let
you
me
could-
check out the roof and maybe I can
No.
find out.
It's not like it's not like a hole. It's like where they fired a gun and the bullet
Okay.
went up into the ceiling.
Oh.
Uh,
So we don't really care about the
You're
hole.
a putz.
You made it sound like it was so cool,
Okay.
like someone,
You had all of us thinking they dug a hole in the fucking
Hamburger.
roof.
a bunch of
Right?
frogs.
That's amazing. I had you all thinking. I did that. I should get points for alone.
So this was a smash and grab job. They pulled in big guns, took some money, and ran. Is that what you're telling me?
The only thing in the roof was a bunch of gunshots. We don't need to look at the holes up there anymore. They're patching them up for good business. You don't want to go into a bank that's full of, well, gunshot holes every day. So anyway, the few tellers up there, they were here. Were they here, actually, Keeper?
Yeah, you were down the street. You weren't here for the robbery. You were here
Oh,
as
okay.
they got away.
I was down the street doing my intensive business that I do during the day, and the tellers were here during the fracas, and all of them coming in. Oh, if I'd only got here a minute sooner, I'd have them all down. One of these days, I'll get
I'm
them.
gonna do some interviews.
Yeah, you. What are you trying to say?
Mr. O'Paddy, I was working here. Would
Yep.
you like me to?
What'd they get? Tell us what happened.
You're kind of scary, sir.
Don't mind him, little Johnny. He seems to be a nice boy. Yeah, just tell him what you saw, and he'll be a fine thing. Tell him about this frog gang and where we can find them. And hold on one second. Let me get back to it. Anyway, Mr. Merrick, talk to Johnny here. He has a little bit of things to tell you about the robbery that went on here.
So they came in, and one of them shot his gun, and it went in the ceiling, and that's why Dan's over there patching the hole. It was pretty wild. There were four of them. They came in, and he fired his revolver, and then one of them robbed all the people in the lobby, and then two of them came back here, and they broke into the safe. Well, they didn't really break in because the manager got scared, and he kind of opened the safe for him because he didn't want any of us to get killed.
Well, that's fascinating, Johnny. It's almost like you're reading them.
Is the safe obvious from where we are? Like, is it something that can be seen?
Sure.
Okay. I was going to
Sure.
accuse him
And
of being an inside job.
Say, yeah,
How'd they
hey,
know where the
Johnny,
safe is?
How much money did they get, Johnny? What did they take? Did they just take money? Did they take jewelries? Anything else?
They took a whole lot of money.
How much?
A whole lot of money. I don't know. I don't get to count all the money. I just kind of work here. You might want to ask Mr. Stroganoff. He's in the back.
Stroganoff?
Chambers, go talk to Beef Man and find out what how much they took.
Yes, sir, Special Agent. I will talk to Mr. Stroganoff.
It's making me really uncomfortable.
I
being
got to
this
go
bossy.
back there and I got to check out Stroganoff. I'm either going to be disgusted or hungry after this one.
You're gonna have to report back to Captain Boyardee. Let's see.
So, and just for it's probably about 4:00 in the afternoon at this point.
Okay. Because banker's hours.
Didn't the
Yep.
banks close at 3:00 back then? No one stayed open to 5. It's a special day then because we were closed for an hour. I don't know.
Maybe that's why it's slow.
All right, well, I'm gonna just sort of wander around, look for clues.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go talk to Mr. Stroganoff.
All right, let's
Okay.
go, Chambers. I'll follow your lead. You do the talk and I'll take the notes.
Sounds
Chambers,
good.
make a spot hidden roll.
Okay.
Both of us are.
Oh, not Chambers. Sorry, Merrick. Merrick's looking around. Chambers, you're gonna do the talking in a second.
It's a success, and I just have to look and see if that is a hard success. Spot hidden. It is a hard success by 1.
Okay, so you go back outside and you take a look around, and you see where the bullets from the Thompson machine gun sprayed into the brick wall of the bank. There's shattered glass on the pavement near the sidewalk where it blew out a couple of windows. And then you actually walk out into the street because you can see the glass where O'Paddy emptied his revolver and made contact with the car. And you see some glass that appears to have some blood on it, and so you can assume that his drunken assessment that he hit somebody is indeed accurate. That one of the members of it was shot. So you get a sense for the gunfight, and
Any like tire tracks?
yeah, there's some squealing tracks, and O'Paddy saw. I don't know how Bubba Frett's coming into this, but
He's coming.
what's
He's
that?
coming. He's coming.
Okay,
Don't you worry.
just keep going while you're okay.
He's-
And
He wouldn't be at the investigation. He's got to get the report. He'll show up here in a little bit, but he's not going to be there. He just wants the money. He doesn't care
Okay.
I was hoping he was in the back with Stroganoff.
we're Stroganoff, all right.
so you go back in the bank, and it seems like a pretty clear smash and grab job to you, and that the direction that the car was headed, the only real place that they could be headed was to Innsmouth.
Okay. I am going to pay particular attention to the tire tracks because
Okay.
I want to try and match that up if I find the car.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, I'm done.
All right. Special Agent Chambers, you go to the back and you see a very agitated and sweaty, overweight man with thinning hair, and he's stroking his hair, what's left of it, the thin parts of it, and he just seems to kind of be in, shock after all that's happened, and that's what you walked into.
Hello, sir. I am Special Agent Chambers with the BOI. Are you Mr. Stroganoff?
I am. Yes. What can I do for you?
Well, I need to ask you some questions about the
Oh,
robbery.
okay. Ask away.
First of all, what is your position here at the bank?
I'm the manager of the bank. I manage it.
Manager of bank.
Please tell me in your own words what you can remember from the events of today.
Whose other words would I use? But okay, sure. My own words.
He's a bit of an asshole.
It was a normal kind of afternoon. It was about 1 o'clock, and I remember this because we had closed. Everybody had a little bite to eat, and we had just been getting back. And I was looking at the clock because Johnny was late again, like he's always late, and then I saw him coming through, and so maybe it was like 1:10, right? And then these four guys come in, and the one guy, he's got the look, and you know the look, right? You know what I'm talking about, the look. You've seen the people from Innsmouth, those weird
Johnny
people.
described it to me.
Yeah. Something to do with that virus that went through there all the way back. Seems like it runs in the bloodlines now. The blood's not good down in Innsmouth, and
Frog virus.
They don't look right. You know what I mean? And anyway, one of them came in, and that's why we don't go there. Nobody goes there. I mean, why would you go to that town? Oh God. Anyway, him and a woman and two other men, and they come in here. One of them shoots at the ceiling, and then they're robbing my customers. They're robbing the customers, and they've got us at gunpoint, and they went into the safe, and I unlocked the safe. All right, I unlocked the damn safe, and I let them in, and they took all the damn money. God.
Possible inside job.
It'd be good if you actually took real notes.
It's way too much freaking work.
And yeah, and then it was done. It was like a bad dream. Like I woke up and they were gone, but I didn't wake up. I was already awake. They were just gone, and oh, there were shots, lots of shots, and people screaming out in the streets. That damn drunken dumbass out there firing out into the street and then getting shot at. It's so lucky nobody else got killed. God.
And you would be referring to O'Paddy?
What other drunken dumbass do we have around here? Well,
I'm new to town.
There may be more.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Did you hear the Frog Gang say anything?
Yeah.
Did you see me at any flies?
Mr. Blue, I don't know how that is relevant.
Maybe they were hungry.
I heard one of them tell the other one to hurry up, and he said, we'll be safe when we get to Innsmouth. Come on, hurry up.
Thank you, sir. That's very helpful. If
I
there's
know,
anything else you remember, here's my
No.
card.
Wait, Officer Chambers, is it okay if I maybe ask a couple questions? I don't want to step on your investigation.
Well, that's very kind of you to ask. I think you probably don't need to ask about flies, but otherwise.
Yeah, maybe no sense of humor. That's going in my story too there, Chambers. All right, listen to me. I got to ask you a question. What's the bank going to say when they find out you open the safe? How are they going to feel when they find out that you open the safe? Is that standard procedure?
I was just trying to save people's lives. I mean, they had a big gun and some handguns, and people were gonna die. I had to open the safe. What are you accusing me of? Huh?
I'm
You
just-
weren't here. You don't have any. You can't be barking at me.
I'm really sad Merrick's
All
not
right, let's
involved in this
calm
conversation.
I've seen a lot of robberies, and I got to say, the manager doesn't always open the safe. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Then what
sometimes-
happens? Then tell me what happens, huh, Mister Know-It-All? Somebody.
So I'm just
point
going
a
to step
gun
in
your
between them.
face.
I should mention that Miss Chambers is 6 feet tall.
Nice.
She's a
Damn.
tall lady.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, keep him back. He's a little crazy.
Mr. Blue, you're not helping. Mr. Stroganoff, you've had a hard day, but that's no reason to raise your voice.
Chambers has grown on me.
Poor Stroganoff, I bet he's
Thank-
beat.
Thank you. After his hard day. Thank you, ma'am.
How much did they get?
How much money did they steal?
Y'all got some sort of telepathy set up? You creepy burrow people. Y'all ain't actually human, are you? You're aliens.
Not
Make,
to my
Paranoid.
knowledge, sir.
Paranoid
make a
and
luck
delusional.
roll, Chambers.
Okay.
We only deal with aliens.
Yeah, I don't know any of my stats with this character. All right. Hey, I got a 16
Oh,
out of
Uh,
65.
you know,
I may not be smart, but I'm lucky.
I'd say they probably made out north of $6,000 or $7,000.
Wait a minute. I got to ask a question again. You think? Isn't it your job to know how much money is in the bank? Do you have records of how much money was in there? And did you count it afterwards? And do you got to count the money in your pocket too?
The keeper's gonna kill you so fast.
There's more where this came from, baby.
uh, what do you? It only happened just hours ago. I haven't even had time to figure out what they took. You gotta. It could have been more. It could have been less. I don't know.
And I'm looking at Chambers, and I'm like giving her the nod. I'm like, yeah.
All right, and he shouts back at you. Oh, maybe he doesn't. No, he Oh no, not with the 93. He doesn't notice your look. Okay. He misses your look.
Now you have my card, right?
Yeah, yes. It's
If you
right here on
remember
my desk.
anything else, call, and you can ask for either me or Special Agent Merrick.
Or Special Agent Malone, since your phone's all the way back in Boston and you're headed.
Oh,
to
is that
Innsmouth.
what's on my card?
don't know.
Why don't you ask for Special Agent Malone, because he's in the office.
There you go.
Okay.
Just hit me up on my cell in
Yeah, exactly.
70 or 80 years.
They can let us know while we're in the car, apparently.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm looking around the room. I want to see if I see any open ledgers. Is there any like is there anything that would give a sense that he had been looking at how much had been taken, that he had been looking at any of those details?
Yeah. So in front of him on the desk, that would be, if you want to see details, you'll have to roll for it. But it's pretty obvious he was poring over the deposit books to figure out exactly how much was in the safe.
So do you want like a spot hidden?
Sure.
Okay. I think I got whatever the best one is. I got 12 out of 70.
You got extreme.
Extreme.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so while he's Chambers keeps talking to him, and while he's distracted talking to her, you are really kind of poring over the ledgers, and it seems to you that what he's doing makes sense, right? He's been figuring and trying to take an account of stock holdings that would have been in there as well. He's like cross-referencing his list of what's now in the safe with what was on the books. So he's doing his best to make an accounting. of it.
So I'm getting a sense that he's actually trying to figure
yeah,
this
he's
out.
on the. Yeah, you get the sense he's on the up and up.
All right. So when I'm done, I'll walk on over and I'll clap him on the shoulders and I'll be like, I gave you a hard time. I just had to find out. You seem like a good guy. You did the right thing. I hope you have a good night's sleep tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You too. Have a. Can you just go now?
You might want to go to Officer Patty and see if you can get Patty and see if you can get your hands on a little bit of his tipple. Sounds like that'll help you get through some of this.
Maybe I'll take Officer O'Paddy with you when you go investigating. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. And I'll head on out.
Okay.
Chambers, what you
And,
got?
Well, one thing I found particularly interesting, Stroganoff overheard them saying, we'll be safe when we get back to Innsmouth. So we may have a location.
All right, great job, rookie. Let's roll
Well,
out.
thank you.
Heading back
it
to the
took
car.
all that talking to figure out they're from Innsmouth and that's where they're going. Geez, you just have to look at their frog faces and you know they're going to Innsmouth and they think they're safe. The whole freaking families are there. So get in your freaking cars and let's go to Innsmouth.
Oh, Patty, I
Well,
hope you're
how
not
do we
driving
get
in this
there?
state.
I said if we get there soon enough, we could split the money we find.
Pat, I got a question for you. He mentioned the Stroganoff mentioned this frog virus. What do you know about it?
Frog virus. All I know is those people have been making babies with each other for decades and decades, and that's why they all look that way. And I don't know anything about any frickin' virus. Jeez, look at them. They're just no one would love one of these people except another one of them.
Oh, Patty, are you driving in that state?
Driving? Of course I'm driving.
That's a terrible idea. Blue, why don't you drive his car?
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'll drive it. I'll drive your car. You can sit there and drink and you can tell me all about the frog virus.
I don't know anything about a virus, and no one drives old Patty's car except old Patty.
Is it called Oh Patty's Wagon?
You don't want to be tossed in old Patty's wagon.
I love the head shake by Rick.
Look, made it funny. It wouldn't have been funny without that one.
Right?
This might go in the lost episode files.
I need to sad trombone
right.
myself after that. We're getting in the car and heading to Innsmouth.
Yeah, I'm getting in your car. If O'Paddy's driving, I want to be as far away as possible.
Oh,
That
old
is a
Patty's
good idea.
driving. He goes there all the time.
All right, so y'all are taking 2 cars to Innsmouth. Is that what I understand?
Oh, he's
our car's
he's taking
full.
The local squad car, like you would.
Okay.
All right, come
All
on,
Humans
Clue,
and
let's
one
get in there.
canine.
Yep.
Who?
We got Clue.
Okay. Who's in front?
Oh,
I think that's-
Patty will be in front.
I think it's got to be Oh Patty.
Oh, in front of a driving? Yeah, and O'Paddy puts on his siren too,
Mhm.
because he does it all the time for people to get out of the way.
Are you
It-
shooting in the air?
He might.
He's out of bullets. So we're going to follow it at a safe distance because I don't trust that he isn't going to crash.
Yeah, no, Patty, he drives fast. He drives fast through the town and people get out of his way. Pedestrians dive out of the way in this town when old Patty's coming through.
You know what I think about this O'Paddy character? He's a little erratic.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I got to say though, he's making for a good story here. He's doing something. He's going to do something interesting, and I'm going to write all about it. You guys are going to love this story when we're done with it.
I doubt that.
Yeah, maybe not you, Merrick. Maybe
But
I
it'll
can
be an
write about.
adventure.
Maybe I can write about someone pushing some paper clips around the desk. That'll get you excited.
It would probably
You
make
should
more
write
sense.
about how I found the breaking clue, the lead.
And as soon as you say breaking clue, Clue starts going.
Keep working on your catchphrases there, Chambers.
I'm getting better.
You'll get one. Keep trying.
All right.
Oh man.
All right, we're headed to Innsmouth.
Okay.
Should we break here while we're on the road to Innsmouth?
and
that-
pick
is
up
that a
the
logical
story.
spot?
Brilliant idea.
Should we stop and pick a new scenario? Is that what you're saying?
I'm loving
I
this
like
one.
this
You
one.
talk- What are you talking
having a lot
about?
of
This is
fun.
great. We're having fun.
Oh,
I don't know
good.
about you, but we're having fun.
As long
I
as
can't
y'all
wait
are
to
having
blow up
fun.
your next non-relevant character. I think Johnny is the main suspect.
You just came up with a whole new RPG term. The NRC, the non-relevant character. All right.
It's good stuff. Is that cool
yeah,
with you,
let's take a
Michael?
break. Yeah, take a break.
All right, we'll take 5 and see you guys on the other side. All right, we're back from break. Michael, it's all yours.
Oh no, it's mine.
Yep, it's yours.
Okay, who's in the lead car?
The paddy wagon's going first.
That would be Lanny O'Paddy driving with his siren on down the road as fast as he can go.
Oh, okay. Then, Merrick, why don't you make a spot hidden roll?
Is it to follow him or to see something? Because following him, he's got lights going. So
Do you want to be the keeper? Do you want me to send you the materials?
that's a regular success.
Oh.
All right.
Well, somebody's salty.
Yes. With this group, there's only one way to be.
Someone wake up on the wrong side of the bidet.
All right. So y'all are zooming down the road, and there's two things. But first off, you notice in your rearview mirror that you're being followed.
Okay.
Do you do anything about it?
Special Agent Chambers, we have a tail.
Can you lose him?
Ooh, and I'm thinking, we have a tail. This is getting exciting.
Okay.
I don't think we need to lose him.
Let me be clear that as you're headed towards Innsmouth, there's just kind of one road and
You made it
you did
so
it.
long. Sid.
You did
You're
it.
right.
Yeah, you said it right several times.
To any listeners, we actually prepared him for this and coached him like a dialect coach.
In pre-show, he did say Innsmouth, and we said, "Hey, Michael, just so you know, it's Innsmouth." And
We've made a couple jokes about what we're going to put in Michael's Innsmouth.
Yes.
I think that any listeners we had left a long time ago. All right, so as you're driving towards Innsmouth, there's you're going down this road. It's enough for another car to pass you along the way. What did I do that time?
Nothing. You're good. Go.
Okay, so it's starting to get noticeably marshier off to the side that you're driving in on. The overall it feels wilder, right? You're kind of leaving the more what's the word for when you
urban?
make a city into a city? Yeah, the more urban
Suburban
kind of the more urban settlement of Massachusetts, and you're moving into something that very much has a different kind of you're still down along the coast, but it's much wilder feeling.
Are there Massachusetts cranberry bogs?
It's marshy. It is marshy off to the side.
Cool.
And so in your rearview mirror, I guess they had those in 1927.
So we're going to New Bedford.
So this car that's following us, is it just following us, or is it like approaching?
It's in the distance.
Okay.
Like, it's keeping a good 200 to 300 feet behind you.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay.
I could shoot it.
I don't. I think that would be a terrible idea.
Shoot it. That's such a good idea, Chambers. Get your gun out and start shooting. This is going to get good.
This is the reporter?
Chambers, are you going to shoot at the car?
No.
Hey, look, Bubba.
Special Agent Chambers is not going to discharge her firearm.
I think Special Agent Chambers should have been riding in Lanny O'Paddy's car, and we'd be shooting back at the fucking car.
Chambers is following the direction of her superior.
The funny thing is, Lanny O'Paddy's so drunk, he's gonna see Merrick and like Chambers following and be like, I've got a tab.
Okay. All right. O'Paddy, make a spot hidden roll.
Oh, I got a good one. Oh, Paddy can see things left and right. He's aware of everything around him. He can sniff out trouble as he rolls a 42 and he makes it.
Okay. And along with that, make a driving roll.
That's going to be the trouble.
Is he intoxicated? Would he?
Maybe.
No, Lanny O'Paddy, he's been drinking since he was 4 years old. He doesn't get intoxicated. This is like water. If he drinks water, he's like W.C. Fields. Why are you trying to poison me?
So racist.
Trust the pipes. Yeah.
So his driving roll. Here it comes. He didn't get it.
Okay. All right. So
of course he didn't.
O'Paddy, you're kind of keeping your eyes on the rear view mirror, and you're also keeping it on O'Paddy, who's ahead of you. And all of a sudden, O'Paddy veers sharply to the right. O'Paddy, you're looking off into the marsh, and you kind of forgot to look at the road, and you start drifting, and you run the wagon right off the road into the marsh.
Son of a bitch! Not again!
Oh, dear sweet Jesus.
You're drunk, so it's okay, and you don't injure yourself because, but maybe you should let's make a dex roll to see if you hit the steering wheel a little bit.
He's a tough lad, too, this O'Paddy. He's been,
no good.
If you look at his face, he's been bashed into more than one steering wheel. And his
It's a
dexterity
luck
roll.
It's a luck roll. It's a luck roll. It's an
all right,
accident.
let me do this luck roll.
No, you already rolled. What did you roll?
What did I have that? My dexterity is 50. So I missed the luck roll. I was above that. Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's give him, how many points of damage should we give him? Woo! We'll give you 2 points of damage as you lurch forward and hit your head on the steering wheel, and you have a nice little gash above your forehead. So the right side of your paddy wagon is kind of in the marsh a little bit, and you come stumbling out of the paddy wagon. Merrick, I assume you pull over.
Yeah, I'm going to pull over and immediately look back at the car approaching, prepared for whatever might happen with that. I'm less worried about...
Keep an eye on that car. I'm going to try to help O'Paddy.
Okay, watch your back, though.
Yeah, I'll run over, and I'm going to send Clue out to help him if he needs it.
All right.
Okay.
And O'Paddy, he stumbles out of the car, and how badly is it damaged?
Wait, hang on. Who's watching the car?
I am.
Okay, I'll get back to them in a second. The car immediately kind of turns off its lights, and it pulls off to the side of the road.
Okay.
Suspect.
Chambers, car pulled over, turned off their lights. It's suspicious.
All right, let's check it out.
Wait, so O'Paddy,
Hold on, don't approach.
O'Paddy, you're being left behind as they go down.
We're not going down the road. We're not going down the road.
I'm coming over. Yep, I'm coming over, and I'm sending Clue out, and I'm sort of waiting out to help. So if he needs some guidance or anything, I don't know how injured he is. We're gonna help him out of the car and to come in.
Okay.
Oh, Paddy's a tough lad. He's got a good constitution. So he opens his door, gets out of the car, and he says, "Oh, not another one, not another wounded horse." And he takes out his revolver and shoots the fender to put it out of its misery.
Okay, please.
That's good. You're my kind of guy. You're a little crazy there, O'Paddy. This is gonna make you're gonna be the star of this goddamn story. I don't care who robbed what. You're the star of this goddamn story.
The star of what? It's the story, the whole fucking thing. Another one down. I like this car. Oh, well, maybe we'll pull out of the marsh tomorrow. I'll call the wreckers. They're pretty good at it. I got special wreckers who they don't notice anything.
While they're focused on O'Paddy, I'm walking towards the other car with my hand on my sidearm.
All right,
Okay.
I'm coming with.
All right, so y'all are walking down the road. Patty, make a spot hidden while you're walking around looking at your half-sunken truck.
67. I got it because I got a really good spot hidden.
Okay, so what you notice are there's tracks that run off the road into the marsh behind the wagon.
Car tracks or foot tracks?
Car tracks. You're still on the non-marsh side of the wagon, right? But you see those tracks, so you get a little curious, and you walk around the van and you look, and damned if you don't see a trunk sticking up out of the marsh, and you know that trunk because, well, it's the car that you
nice,
shot
because
at.
you put bullet holes in it.
Yeah. And you
the trunk, the trunk of the car. And I said, "Oh, Mr. Blue, look what I see over here in the marsh. Come over. I think your story's gonna grow."
This is fantastic. Hey, do you have any rope in your car? Maybe we can tie it around you in case that marsh tries to pull you in.
I've walked in these marshes a lot of times before. They're not that deep. They go up to your knees or so. And I start wading in.
All right. So I'll be. I'm going to be like behind, but not right with him. I'm going to be sort of distance because I'm a little bit leery. I think that these things are going to eat him alive. If it's deep enough to pull a car under, I think he's underestimating it.
Okay. All right. And so it's yeah, and maybe I'm over what's the word?
Overstating?
Overindulging in stuff.
Yeah. So you know, he was just kind of focused on the trunk because that's where the bullet holes were. So it's probably the water's up above the bumper.
Got it. So it's not.
Yeah, so you can see the shattered glass in the back and things like that.
And I was going to say, Paddy pulls out his gun as well, which he had out already. So he's swinging and he says, "Mr. Blue, stand behind me. There could be some of those frog feckers in there. I'll put a bullet hole through their heads."
If you do that, I'm going to call it and be like, "Did you remember to reload that gun there, Mister? I know you'd emptied it before, Paddy. Did you put more bullets in it? Or you're just going to throw it at him?"
It's the first thing I always do is reload it. Oh, son of a bitch! I didn't this time.
Good man. You get that gun out. I'll be behind here taking notes and trying not to get shot or sucked into a bog.
Okay. Are you going out into the bog and looking at the car, O'Paddy?
Yes.
Okay. And you're just kind of hit by this wave of gasoline and kind of marsh rot and above all fishy odor, which really just kind of like hit you in the nose, like almost like old cat food. Just
gotcha.
Yeah, right on top of that gasoline. And then make a track or a spot hidden roll.
Spot hidden. That's what I got. And I missed it by 4. So
Burn the luck.
I'm going to. So I don't have a ton of luck, but I'm doing it. I'm burning 4 of my luck to get it.
Oh, that's good for the keeper to know. All right. So as you burn the luck, the marsh is right, like kind of uneven. There's like wet parts, and then there's parts that are
dry,
that have risen up. Mm-hmm. What's that? The keeper is scratching his forehead at one of the players with a certain digit, but that's okay. Speaking of, let's get back to that player. We'll talk about what you see in just a minute, As you approach,
I'm going on
distance, and
I'm going on the other side of the road. So Chambers would be on one side, and I'm on the other side. So we're kind of flanking.
Cool. Sure. So when Chambers disappears, you won't see anything. Okay.
Across the road, how am I not going to see it?
All right. So it's dusk, and you can see pretty well, but not great. And the lights come on the car bright, and it's enough that it really you can just make out the front grille of the car, but if you stare at it too long, it really messes up your vision, both of you.
Yeah, not going to do that. So I'm going to draw my gun, point it at the car, and say, "Step out of the vehicle. Turn those lights off."
Well, I don't think you want to do that there, sir. That would not be a wise decision.
BOI,
I'd
step
draw
out of
my
the
gun,
vehicle.
too.
Oh, BOIOIOEOI. I don't think you guys need to cause any more trouble here. The name is Bubba Fret. Come on over. Are you the gap in here?
I just want to interject here. You could save the group a whole lot of trouble and just shoot him now.
I'm considering it.
I gotta say, is this our first time when we have two characters that are gonna kill each other the moment?
Maybe.
You look familiar.
Yeah.
I don't know what you just said, but
Nope.
step out of the vehicle.
Why were you following a federal agent?
I'm here simply to collect on my bond here. There's a bit of a bounty out for a certain robbery-laden band leader, and
Yeah, not one of them. I put my gun away. I put my gun in my holster. Turn and walk away.
oh, are you upset?
I'm gone. I'm going back to help Patty.
I'm still here.
All right. I don't even know.
Chambers, don't waste your time.
Well,
Now, yeah, it looks like you guys have a little car trouble up there. Do you need a hand?
well, if you have a seat available, I think somebody might need a ride.
So I just want to say Bubba Fret should have a giant plate of pineapple on his passenger seat that he's eating.
I was just gonna say, if he chokes to death on that pineapple,
Are you sitting there chewing it with your 3 teeth?
if you fucking die eating that pineapple, we're publishing it on YouTube. I just want you to know. I'm not above that.
Oh.
We love you and all, but
I would, I'd forgive you. Sure.
In his death, he gave us viewers. It was such a beautiful gift.
That's right. So,
I don't like the way this turned.
so
If you lend a hand, we may be able to give you some information about your gang.
Well, the question is, may I give you some information you just don't have right now?
Okay.
What?
So that's the wanted poster that old Bubba Fret would have access to,
Oh.
and who he's presuming is probably the culprit.
Yeah, and so he's got I've got like a pickup truck, or what would you would like the very early versions of that which exist.
And Lanny O'Paddy, just to put this out there, Merrick, now has no mode of transportation.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Okay.
He's riding he can ride with the bounty hunter.
I could also, if we
I
needed
already
to,
suggested that.
Yep.
Okay, settle down.
Good
there.
work, rookie.
Settle down there. Got so
if
much.
we needed to, I could put the dog on my lap and.
No,
Lanny
no,
O'Paddy
he
could be
can
next to
he can
me.
go with the bounty hunter.
So I'll start up the car and I'll slowly make my way down the road, and I'll see Lanny O'Paddy, or this crazy-looking fellow there.
Okay, and
his
he's
vehicle.
about 30 feet off the road in the marsh now, and y'all can all probably make out this vehicle that's off the road in the marsh.
And it's nighttime. Is it nighttime?
It's dusk. It's
Yes,
not
dusk.
nighttime, but it's
So-
dusk.
I'm looking back and forth. So as soon as I see Merrick walking up, I'm going to call out and let him know that we found another car in the marsh, and Officer O'Paddy is checking it out.
And actually Lanny O'Paddy yells back to Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue, this is the second car that they used to rob the bank. I need those special agents over here pronto.
Whoa! Oh, that's amazing. Oh, they crashed after getting shot by the brave hero, Officer O'Paddy.
That's right. Oh, you're gonna get good things from this.
Or they dumped their vehicle here.
Or that.
I say, anyone out there who's owner of this terribly befuddled vehicle?
And I go. That's why I'm going over to see if there's any humans, froggy humans in that vehicle. I got my gun out.
So
on my vehicle?
No, the one in the marsh.
No, the crashed one.
The one in the marsh, of course. That's not the voice.
You have gone through 3 or 4 accents at this point. I just need you to know, including Colonel Sanders for a couple seconds there.
Scott, you are not one to talk about going through multiple accents in one episode.
Oh, you shut up.
At least Scott does it intentionally, though.
Really? Really?
Well,
really?
My accent tonight's been consistent, hasn't it?
No.
Oh, really? I
In
haven't
fact,
even noticed.
your last dialogue, I was like, where did that one come from?
I'm trying to channel my inner Southie. I don't have much in me.
Wait, never mind. Okay.
Phrasing.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. So what you saw with your spot hidden roll O'Paddy was off another 30 feet from the car. You see a body. You see the back of a body floating in the marsh.
Oh, and I yelled back and I said, "Oh, Reporter Blue, we've got dead ones too. The story's getting bigger."
That's great. I'm going to write this down with my new accent.
And with my flashlight and my gun, I give a little scan of the interior of the vehicle if I see anything in there, like as bodies or anything.
Okay, in the interior of the vehicle, you'll see, obviously the bullet holes from you kind of emptying your, well, not the bullet holes are on the exterior, but the broken glass. Mm-hmm. You can make out kind of floating in the water, and you can see somewhat down to the floor of the car and in the seat all of the 45 caliber shells from the Thompson machine gun as they were fired. Right, they're kind of filling out the car, and that's all that you can really see inside the car. There's blood all over the interior. And then like little fuel stains and things floating on the surface of the water.
All right, and then I make my way out to the body floating in the marsh there.
Oh, fun. Okay. And what do you do when you get to the body?
Is it face down? What is it doing?
It's face down, and the back of the shirt's been like torn open. It looks by maybe vultures or other things that have flown down and picked at the corpse already. And so there's little bite marks. There's a bandage though. So the parts they've been able to get to are like the back of the head and the upper shoulders. You see that it looks like they attempted to do a makeshift bandage around the torso, probably where you hit him with your shot. And there's just kind of bloodstones everywhere. He hasn't really, he's been dead at this point, what, like 5-6 hours? Well, no. The robbery happened 5-6 hours ago. He's only been dead probably 2 to 3 hours ago. So not like any kind of serious major bloating or anything.
Yeah. So I grab his shoulder and I flip him over to make sure he's one of the froggies.
Okay. As you flip him over, you see some things fall off the body. And all of a sudden, you feel a tremendous pain in your calf, and you start screaming.
Ah! Son of a bitch! Something's biting me in my leg.
All right, and
whatever's biting me is gonna taste whiskey, though.
What kind of dexterity do you have?
My dexterity is middling. It's okay.
Okay,
not amazing.
I could use the number. That would be helpful.
It's a 50.
Oh, okay. I'll give you advantage then. So you feel this incredible sharp pain in your calf, and you're screaming. What do you do?
Oh. Geez, I'll jump out of the way and pull my leg up to see if something's sticking to my leg biting it.
Okay, and you pull up your leg, and it looks like a trilobite with claws. Like it looks like a trilobite with lobster claws attached to your leg, and it's searing into your calf. You can feel the pain.
Well, that's easy. I got my gun out, so then we pull up a leg and shoot it.
Oh, okay. Well, your action was to pull it up, so hang on a sec.
That's fine.
Oh man, and it digs in deep to you, and oh, first of all, you have to make a sanity roll.
Okay, my sanity's actually pretty good, and I rolled. Oh, got it by a ton. Got a 30.
Okay, all right. So you're kind of drunken and you don't even care what this animal is. It doesn't look strange at all or anything at all to you.
Well, to me, it would be from going out in you're in Boston and here, horseshoe crab. Horseshoe crabs, attach onto you. They don't generally bite you, but first thing that's what I think. Horseshoe crab or something. Lobster.
Yeah. Okay, sure. And it does 2 points of damage as it digs into your calf.
Got it.
Okay. And then now you can make your move.
All right. Let me get that down.
God, I so hope he drunkenly shoots himself in the leg.
Right.
Can you make your firearms roll?
Yeah.
And so, I got my 38, my officer revolver, which I got a good handgun shooting there, and I fire away with a fine 13, which is an extreme success.
Okay, let me just make sure that he doesn't. Oh yeah, that's more than enough. So, and as you do, it just kind of like it blasts away into pieces, right? And the claws kind of release and float down into the water. Actually, maybe we'll leave a claw on your leg. I like that. We'll leave a claw kind of stuck in your leg, but you blow it and it just shatters into pieces.
And I yell back to Mr. Blue, Mr. Blue, there's some sort of crabs or something in this water biting away. My leg's been bit real bad. I'll have to do some bandaging.
I've never heard of anyone that's had to go hunt. Yeah, you're right. I can't keep an accent tonight. I just heard it. I never heard of anyone that has to kill a crab with a gun. What the hell are you doing out there, Patty?
This thing was fucking huge. It dug into oh God, my calf is killing me. And I reach over.
As soon as I hear that there's things in there, I'm like, Clue, get out of the water.
There you go. But I still reach over and I grab towards the body to pull it out of the marsh, because that's real important. So I reach for its shoulder of the corpse, and I start sloshing it over towards the bank.
Okay. So as you pull you start dragging the corpse back to the bank. Make a luck roll.
It's not as high as it used to be.
Yeah.
Ooh, but I got it. 38.
Okay. And so you start pulling the body back to the bank, and it's pretty obvious that you're able to see that he died from the gunshot that you fired. Bubba, are you at the bank at this time?
Oh.
Like the bank over in Innsmouth, because I didn't want to wait for these slow pokes.
No, the bank at the marsh.
Oh, the bank at the marsh. Sure. Well, you know what? I'm gonna roll. Let's find out. Yes, I'm at the bank.
Okay.
You should roll to see if you have your plate of pineapple with you too.
Make an intelligence roll. So uncomfortable.
I surprisingly make that.
Okay.
Regular success.
All right, and there we go. All right, you're able to successfully identify that as I believe that's going to be who that is. Hang on a sec. Holy crap. What do I tell you? The organization of this stuff. Why would they tell you how to create atmosphere before you even know what the atmosphere is?
A mix of nitrogen and oxygen.
God. Okay,
Wow.
that's what I thought it was. All right.
Good one, Rick.
You know that this is
Nailed it.
this
I think.
and maybe actually Merrick, you would know too. I'll give Fred the identification. Merrick, you would know that this is the notorious Abe Duncan.
That looks
his
like the notorious
blonde
Abe
hair-
Duncan.
Yeah. His blue left eye and his brown right eye with his bright blonde hair kind of give him away.
Yeah, those mismatched eyes are a dead giveaway.
Jesus.
Dead giveaway. I see what you did there. That was pretty good.
Thank you, Blue.
You would, Merrick. You would.
I'm a
know
very
him
funny
because
guy.
He's
I'm
a
putting
known.
down that you're a comedian. Wait, I got one more thing.
That he's a.
His blonde hair
known-
too.
I'm done. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. It was a good episode. Never ever gonna run this module again.
Yeah, it's totally the module's fault. not the
Yep,
players.
it's not the assholes playing it.
Actually, what's that line? I'm gonna take pleasure in gutting you, boy. All right.
Oh wait,
That
I
seems
read
like an
that
extreme
file
reaction.
too.
Jesus.
Oh, Emily jumps on board, takes him down.
Oh, y'all corrupted Emily.
That's so awesome.
All right, Merrick, you know her.
One
are
of
you
That's
going-
an
us, one
notorious-
of us.
Is that the
Because-
notorious so and so? Is he worth something out there, Mr. Merrick?
I was gonna say that you knew who he was. That has a reward of $300 on his head.
$300?
Yeah, and he's a known safe cracker.
Ooh.
Mm.
Hmm. So, Bubba, this body that's floating there is worth about $300, and it's dead.
I holler out to Lanny. I said, "So you there dragging that very unvaluable corpse? You want to throw that in the back of my pickup here? I'll give you a lift into town."
And I said, "Oh, Mister, what is your name over there?"
I think it's Porky.
No, it's Bubba.
Great.
Bubba Fred.
Well, Mr. Bubba, there's things that work around here in a certain way. From the look of you, I know you're making money from this. So if you got some cash on you, give me half, and you get the body. That's how things work in this part of the world.
Just in the parrot cap. Oh, I see. You're a man who knows how to grease palms and find his way about the world. Yeah. Here's 25 whole dollars.
And I said, "Oh, Mr. Bubba, you're gonna have to make that a little more. $100 and the body's yours."
Wait, Bubba Fret, make a persuade roll with your $25.
Oh, there you go.
Too bad I put it all into intimidate and not persuade.
Yeah.
No, my 89 does not make it.
Okay, so yeah, Lanny, give it at him.
All right, I'll use my intimidation on him, and I'm like,
Oh no, you don't have to intimidate. He failed his roll, so you can up it now.
"Oh, okay." Apparently I didn't put anything into my intimidation. Never mind. Thought I did.
It's good because the pineapple's like dripping out of his mouth now. He's like blah 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 blah
And I said,
blah blah blah.
Mr. Bubba
pretty
from
good
elsewhere, things work a different way around here. Turn that 25. You look like a good guy. And if you give me a ride, $75 will do it. And I'll help you put the body in the trunk. And I need a bandage for my leg.
Oh, you drive yourself a hard bargain there, Mr. Lanny. Sorry. What was your name?
Oh.
It would be
All right.
Officer O'Paddy from.
All right, so at this
Ipswich.
point, as they're doing this sort of exchange back and forth, I'm starting to take notes, and I'm like, let me see, Bubba Fret. He seems like he might be a little
Bribing a
stupid.
police officer.
And I think he's bribing a police officer in front of federal agents and a reporter. And the police officer accepted.
And so do I see him writing this down and
make a spot hidden? That's great. There's gonna be a shootout on the bank. Y'all are gonna fucking kill each other.
That's a 99.
99. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm not even gonna have to shoot him.
Here come the 99s.
Okay.
Were we expected to get to Innsmouth in this session?
Have you met us?
That's still in the introduction.
I was stoked y'all made it out of the bank. Let me put it that way.
A funny thing happened on the way to Innsmouth.
Okay. So let's say this. As y'all are arguing over this, this thing crawls out from under his shirt, and
from whose shirt?
Big, under the dead body's shirt.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And Bubba and Lanny are arguing over who's going to put the body where and how much money this is going to take.
I'm taking my notes here.
Yeah, and you're taking your notes. And that thing reaches up, and I mean, it clamps right onto your Achilles tendon.
Oh,
just like,
Whose?
I mean, when you said clamp right on, I'm like, yes. little bit farther north. Reach up, reach for the stars. Come on, you can do it.
no, that's gonna happen to you, Steve, because your accent is gonna be in high voice for the rest of the game. All right. So, Bubba, you take a serious bite, 2 points of damage, and it actually it snips your your tendon.
Don't give me slap foot. You get me slap foot?
Yeah,
oh, Bubba got the slap foot.
And now you've got slack foot. But you want that money. All right, so you just got bit by this thing. What are you gonna do?
Scream.
Does it look like a crawdad?
No, it looks like a fucking trilobite with lobster claws.
Close enough. And I'll and I use my 1 foot to sort of step down on it hard and kind of slap my foot away.
Okay, wait. Can you make a dexterity roll at disadvantage for what you just said?
I just make that regular success.
Okay, somehow then you manage on your clipped Achilles tendon to stand. I don't know how. Maybe you more fall and you stomp on this thing at the same time.
I'm gonna call this the slap chop, and I slap my foot away and I stop down, and
okay.
Yep.
All right, and as you do, make a strength roll.
Ooh, that is a hard success.
Okay, and you land right in the middle of it, and it squishes out flat.
Perfect. And I'll reach down and I'll pick it up with the butt of my gun. I'll toss it in the back of the truck. Say, at least we got something to eat later there, Officer Paddy. And I'll slip down, give you 100, and I'll look over at Steve, and I'll slip out another 20. Hell, another 40, and I'll say, sir, I think we can agree to maybe omit the last, 20 minutes of this horrible little marsh adventure.
Yeah, it's a nice offer. I might find my eraser if you had another 10 on there.
Why don't you give me a persuade check? How's that?
How about I keep my notes and go back and talk to Officer Merrick?
Well, how about
That's Special Agent Merrick.
Well, you
Officer Special Agent Merrick.
This is gonna get very expensive very quick for Bubba.
I love that our Call of Cthulhu game has devolved into like extortion.
Yeah.
Y'all are
Oh,
scared.
good.
You're scared
Next
to
time-
shoot at things. You're like, we're just gonna write it down and
I
make
can't even.
notes.
Next time you'll have something to announce other than cannibalism.
Yeah.
As I say about adding the other 10, I'm just going to start laughing and walking away and going, Officer Merrick, I got to talk to you for a second.
fucking even the reporters in this town are all right. All right. Here you go. I seem to have found a little extra pocket. That is not that voice. Pocket change.
Between you and I, it's like 8 characters.
Oh boy, I found $10. Oh. And,
you better put more money on the pile.
No problem.
Somebody listening is like, I didn't know there were 12 people in the cast.
It's the keeper in Seven Dwarfs. Which is a video.
If you've made it this far, just stick with the 7 more minutes. We're almost done.
Yeah.
I'll give Steve the money and get back into my car, slap it away.
Wait, Lanny never agreed. Lanny, did you agree to put the body in for the $60?
60. It was $100 he gave me.
I gave him
$100. I'll dress this corpse up nice and fine for him, and I'll carry it over because I'm a strong lad. And I did get bit in my calf, so I'm limping a little bit, and I'll have to get to the first aid kit that's in my officer's car.
Okay.
So I carry the froggy little body over to the trunk of his car. Deposit made.
All right.
O'Paddy, you got any tow ropes in that vehicle?
The trunk of this car is full of handy things. There's jumper cables, there's tow ropes, there's all type of things in case we get to the coast. There's a fishing rod for my Sundays, all types of things.
I got a towed rope in the car.
And so I opened the trunk of the car. It should be a fully outfitted, officer's car. There's extra flasks in there too.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell Officer Merrick and Officer Chambers about what happened. Like, guy, I wouldn't be going near that water if I were you guys. There's some kind of thing in there, and it keeps biting people on the legs, and it's drawing blood, really hurting them. I'm keeping Clue as far away as possible because there is something in that water that you don't want to go near.
Yeah, and that's when I hear him. I said, "Look at my leg. Something bit me real bad. It looked like sort of like a weird gray lobster or something like that." And this Bubba guy over here just got chomped real bad too on the back of his foot, and it's almost dangling off. Look at the thing.
Is there a way to toss the tow rope and hook onto the bumper of the car in the marsh, so that we can pull it back out?
Which car are we talking about?
The one that's in the marsh.
There's 2 in the marsh.
Well, I'm picturing the paddy wagon to be sort of half in.
Yes.
I'm thinking of the perps vehicle.
Got it. Okay. I guess you could tie it around the bumper.
Yeah, without getting in the water.
Oh, without? No.
But my question is are there hooks on the tow ropes that I could toss onto the bumper? Like grappling hook style.
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
You're Batman. Yeah. Okay. Special Agent
You know
Batman.
who else
Sure,
had a-
just
you know
pull
who
it out
else
of
had
your
a
special
grappling hook?
agent belt, and you have this 1920s expandable hook contraption system with special mineral magnets.
Right, are you done, smartass? You know that tow ropes have giant metal hooks on them.
Something bad's gonna happen.
Mr. Krabby Keeper tonight.
Here come the crabs. Crab invasion.
Wait till y'all die. I'm gonna take so much pleasure in killing y'all. I really liked your other characters, but these no.
Well, you see,
All right, I'm
and
taking
what
notes.
happened to the characters you
taking notes.
liked? They got eaten.
I'm taking notes. The keeper is in a cranky mood and wants to kill us all dead.
Again.
They didn't get eaten. They got slapped around by some tentacles for the most part. One of you.
Well, 2 of them got
naked
eaten.
in a pile of butter.
2 of them got eaten.
Two.
Okay. Oh, that's true. Sorry, Emily. Emily, that'd be another gift. That'd be another good gift.
And as I went upstairs during the break, my wife was listening to the last episode and said, "Your head's in this thing's mouth. Your head is getting eaten right now."
Aw.
So Harold got eaten too.
Was she excited or sad?
I don't really know. I think she was more, trying to process the fact that everyone was about to die.
I bet she was really sad when Florence died.
Yeah. Well, that is the sad part. Everybody else dying
about-
is kind of expected, but
How about so?
Oh wait, did we spoilers for this episode?
Oops.
I think there were warnings for spoilers.
Oh, but you only warned for spoilers for the first 2
That is
minutes.
true.
So I'm
That
so
is true.
sorry, everyone.
We're gonna
Uh,
retcon this and go back 5 minutes earlier
Kidding.
and say,
All
hey,
our
there's spoilers
all
ahead.
our characters are really alive, and Michael wasn't a total dick.
Okay, so anyway,
Again.
we're getting back to Special Agent Merrick's bat belt and his super grappling hook. that
or
he's
really
That's
fucking
throwing.
normal tow rope. Well, however you want to phrase it.
Sure, your
Oh, that's
1920s
so
tow
funny.
rope with this special metal hook on the end. But
Special
okay,
metal hook.
yeah,
You know they had metal hooks in the 20s, right?
yeah,
They were
but
actually
I
much
don't know-
heavier than they are now.
You know what? Make a luck roll. We'll let the dice decide. Let's see how cool your rope is.
Here comes the 100.
I hope you slip in the Martian die.
That's a 17.
Right, fine.
I'm pulling the fucking car out.
I think that was to get a rope with a metal hook on the end. I don't think you get to pull anything out yet. In fact, don't pull anything out. But okay. All right, so you have a rope with a metal hook on the end. Congratulations, Special Agent Merrick.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and toss it and grab onto the bumper. See if I can hook a bumper.
Nice.
All right. Make a dexterity roll.
Nope, that's a failure.
Yeah, that would seem more in line with what's going on. So it wraps around the end of the bumper. It doesn't catch on with the metal, and you realize that if you pull from this point, your rope is stuck. And if you pull from this point, it's probably just going to rip the bumper off the car.
Right. I really want to get I really want to get on my soundboard a cricket sound for those moments because every time I hear it in my head, and I really want it to be a thing.
Oh no.
That was long enough. Somebody's going to pick up their phone and be like, did they die? Like, what happened?
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable and funny. I love it.
The joke I want to make about Rick right here, but it's probably not appropriate. Okay.
Yeah, we don't make inappropriate jokes on this show, Michael.
And Lanny goes over. He said, Special Agent Merrick, what are you trying to do fishing out the car? We'll just call over to the wrecking trucks. They'll pull it out for us.
And how long is that going to take?
Oh, I just have to call him in on the the one-way radio. Doesn't work. So I'll be doing that a little bit another time.
You can call them from the constable's office in once you get into
Innsmouth.
Innsmouth. Yeah, the constabulary. Constabulary.
The Innsmouth constable.
He said Innsmouth. Nobody fucking made fun of him. How come nobody made fun of his Innsmouth?
Because I was joking around.
I was going to say, because
I started
he's
to think he
making
was
fun of
making
you.
But we can also make fun of you for not getting that he was making fun of you.
Can we just call it a night?
No, we're having way too much fun.
We're out of time, and I don't actually want it to end because this is pretty good.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Oh, I hate myself.
And us.
And
You can say it. You hate us.
I say to Special Agent Merrick, I get an awful creepy feeling that something's looking over all of us right now and things go terribly wrong. So maybe we should just leave the car there and move on to Innsmouth.
All right.
What about all the money?
Oh, that's
We're not here for money. We're
Yes,
here to
we
solve
are.
crimes.
no.
And money.
Yeah.
And money.
And
Whoa.
money. Very much the money. Purely
Special
the-
Agent Merrick, Special Agent Merrick, come in. Special Agent Merrick, Special Agent Merrick, where the hell are you? I've been in touch with the constabulary in Innsmouth, and you haven't been reported in. This is Officer Special Agent Malone. Come in, Merrick. Get your ass to Innsmouth, wherever the hell you are. Whatever you're doing, Get out of the damn. Get on the road. God damn it! I've got you booked in at the Martin house there. You're gonna be staying in town while you get this. And fucking get there and get to a phone, and you better let me know what's going on. Over.
Why the hell did he say come in?
I know. We can't talk.
All right, let's get moving.
This is all pretty exciting. Clue and I are getting in the back of the car, and I'm just writing assiduously, taking all my notes about everything that just happened.
All right, it's getting really dark. The sun's setting. It's starting to be hard to see. All you've got are the headlights of Bubba Frett's car, and seems to me maybe like a slight fog or mist settling in over the marsh, and a damp little bit of fall chill in the air as you decide that it's time to get back into the cars.
And I say to Brother Fred, I'll be riding with you because, you know, you're driving around with a dead body and you don't want to get in trouble. But if there's an officer there to take care of things, no one will be stopping you.
No, I got this bounty here. Shouldn't be a problem, but happy to have you in the car, Patty.
You wouldn't happen to have any pineapple. I have a hankering for it right now.
You would be surprised at how much I got here in the car.
He's got a couple of ways for you to taste that pineapple too.
Oh.
Little bit of pineapple and some parsley.
Too far.
Yep.
Crossed the line. I crossed the line.
You did.
Normally it's Rick, but I crossed it. Can we end the show now, please?
Well, we could.
I suppose we could do that. So just for the record, so we're all mounting up in the cars and heading to Innsmouth. That's where we're leaving it.
Where are we heading?
Michael, where are we heading?
Innsmouth.
Excellent.
You left the paddy wagon in the marsh, and the car, and you have a dead body in your trunk of Bubba Frett's car, with the drunken Lanny O'Paddy, and you three with Blue's Clues, or you two with Blue's Clues, and his dog are headed into Innsmouth.
Excellent.
Sorry, Steve Blue and his dog.
Perfect ending. So thank you for joining us under the library. We will be back next week where we will continue this ridiculous journey. In the meantime, if you'd like to find us online, we're at underthelibrary.com, on Twitter,
I don't
under the
think we have
LIB.
to worry about anybody trying to find us.
That's not true. And follow us on Instagram at Under the Library. Until then, for all of us.
Oh wait, there might be somebody trying to find us.
I don't know what that means. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Good night.